everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Thursday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And today I've got a video for you from the Express newspaper here in the UK. It is a autism article, so I thought I would bring it to you. It's about the UK food critic Gregg Wallace, and the headline reads, "Gregg Wallace to blame undiagnosed autism for his inappropriate behaviour." Just that headline alone makes me want to cringe, because as an autistic person, he is alleged, I have to stress it is alleged, that he has done inappropriate behaviour. He hasn't been convicted, or it hasn't been proven that he's done this inappropriate behaviour. So at this stage it is alleged that he has done some inappropriate sexual behaviour. I'll read the article. It says, Gregg Wallace was forced to step down from the TV programme Masterchef, which is a food cooking programme here in the UK, pending a BBC investigation after 13 women reported him for sexual misconduct. Gregg Wallace is expected to tell an independent investigator that his sexually inappropriate behaviour could be linked to undiagnosed autism. Last week, the TV chef was forced to step down from his BBC role on MasterChef after a letter was sent to the broadcaster setting out allegations of sexual comments by 13 people who worked with him across a range of shows over a 17-year period. Although Wallace has strongly denied the claims, his friends are convinced that he suffers from a neurodiversity condition that would explain his behaviour. Wallace's lawyers say it is entirely false that he engages in behaviour of a sexually or harassing nature. MasterChef's production company Banjay UK has launched an investigation and said Wallace is cooperating. Broadcaster Kirsty Walk, who is a Celebrity Chef MasterChef contestant in 2011, has also come forward and alleged that he told sexualised jokes during filming. According to the Telegraph, there is little chance of Wallace returning to the BBC, with corporation bosses and viewers were alarmed by the deluge of comments. However, the 60-year-old is reportedly desperate to salvage his disgraced reputation, with the investigation's findings being critical if he wants to continue his work being on screen. As a result of this scandal, the corporation has cancelled 2 festive episodes which featured celebrities including the Wanted singer Max George, Emmerdale actor Amy Walsh, reality star Luca Bish and comedian Sergio Mera. It also pulled the highly anticipated MasterChef Meets Strictly Festive. Extravaganza was due to feature Strictly Come Dancers Amy Dowden, Gorka Marquez, Kai Whittington and Nancy Zhu, with Motsi Mabu setting a challenge. As viewers await the findings of this investigation, a source claimed it is likely Wallace will raise the possibility he has autism, with Lewis Silkin, the London law firm hired by Banjay and his friends, willing to say the same thing in support of his case. One source told the outlet, "We think Gregg has an undiagnosed condition, probably autism. If you look at symptoms of autism, he seems to fit those. The symptoms just fit him. He tells inappropriate jokes, but it's never been in with anything with malicious. He just doesn't understand sometimes that the jokes he tells simply are not funny." Wallace's friend claimed, "It is clear to me he probably has to work with a low level of neurodiversity." As another insider said, many people close to him over the years have suggested he exhibits characteristics associated with having an autism spectrum disorder. So that's the end of the article from that. I am going to read another article that has recently come out as well, that his friends have actually said, which I'll read now. It says, Gregg Wallace's friends blame inappropriate behaviour on autism. Scandal hit MasterChef star's pals believe he displays classic symptoms because of his inability to read the room. Gregg Wallace's alleged inappropriate behaviour, which has sparked his MasterChef exit, has been blamed on his secret autism condition by friends of the scandal hit BBC One star. Mail Online can reveal Wallace, 60, has never been formally diagnosed, but his close pals believe he displays all the classic symptoms, including inability to judge social situations and to have a filter on the subject of sex. Speaking exclusively to the Mail Online, a close therapist friend of Wallace, who did not want to be named, claims the Masterchef judge has never been tested for autism, but due to a feeling of responsibility he may have passed down the neurological and developmental disorder to his son, who is severely autistic and non-verbal. And they believe the condition may have contributed to his alleged inappropriateness on set, which has seen him step down from his role on the BBC One series after 17 years, following this current internal investigation. The friend said Gregg carries many of the autistic symptoms. The people who know him best have been saying this to him for years. He's never formally been tested, but due to a feeling of responsibility, he really feels it should be, as it may explain a lot about his actions. Gregg has formed for his inability to read the room, saying things that really don't belong in the moment. He has no filter in social situations that can become dangerous, especially when it comes to jokes about sex. He has a light filter when it comes to sex, which is common in people on the spectrum. In a modern world of TV where you can't just dismiss some of his actions as banter. And then it says they added sometimes he doesn't interpret facial expressions and tone of voices clearly, therefore can't decipher how a person is reacting to what he may be saying. But there's denying he's just an honest good bloke. Dr. Punit Saha, Associate Professor of Psychology based at the University of Bath, has exclusively written about autism and said autistic behaviour can be misinterpreted because autistic people classically have a different understanding of faux pas and what might be considered appropriate or inappropriate. This is because of the social communication difficulties that are a core part of autism. Last year, Wallace was named as an ambassador for charity Ambitious About Autism and has also been praised for raising awareness about the condition by documenting his son Sid on social media for his followers. However, in February this year, he received a backlash after an interview with the Daily Telegraph went viral after Wallace claimed he spent more time playing computer games than interacting with Sid during an article described his typical Saturday at home. Wallace, who also has 2 grown-up children from a previous marriage, hit back and said he was deeply saddened by the cruel reaction. He told his social media followers, "There are 2 things I want to address here with Sid. People said, so you spend an hour and a half with your son, but then you spend 2 hours on computers. No, I'm with my son in the house all the time. I just don't write down," he had a tickle with Sid, playing around in the living room. "You're not logging every minute of the day. I just logged the blocks." Wallace added, I didn't mean that's all I saw him that day. If you're living in a house with someone, you're interacting with them all the time. Not only that, there is a snapshot of one Saturday and the other thing as well. I'm always going to cry over this. People saying that Sid was unwanted. It took us 2 years to conceive with Sid. 2 years. And it says Wallace's wife Anna Stepani is 21 years his junior. They met on Twitter when she asked him a question about rhubarb. Wallace broke his silence on Thursday after officially stepping down from his position, thanking his fans for their support. Today, even Number 10 was being quizzed on the subject of Wallace's alleged behaviour, the spokesman saying, "Obviously the allegations made more are deeply concerning regarding today's reports. It is right that there is a thorough investigation is conducted, but this one is for the BBC." He added, "While that process is underway, it's not right for us to comment." Wallace faces accusations he told a junior female colleague he wasn't wearing any boxer shorts under his jeans, wandered into the studio naked apart from a sock on his downstairs area, and mimicked a sex act on a producer when she knelt down to clean his trousers. The BBC has since revealed that 13 people, including Newsnight's Kirsty Walk, have complained about his conduct while working with him over a 17-year period across 5 shows from 2005 to 2022. Miss Walk alleges that Wallace told stories of jokes of a sexualised nature in front of contestants and crew while filming Celebrity Masterchef, on 2 occasions adding that his gags and comments were really just in the wrong place. The BBC claims that Gregg walked away from MasterChef after BBC News sent a letter to his agent on Tuesday, setting out the allegations and giving him a right of reply. They say he was warned after a complaint was raised in 2018, but new historical claims emerged over the summer of 2024. Gregg is committed to fully cooperating throughout this process, the show's production team said. Restaurant critic William Sitwell defended Wallace on Friday, saying that his friend is genuinely interested in the well-being of people around him, the health, the wealth, or otherwise, of those that he works with, and a very large circle of acquaintances. And he's equally open about his own life, sometimes too extraordinary so. But he also tells jokes, saying he runs it like a Bernard Manning comedy. Is there anything else on here? No. So that's the end of that article as well. So what are my thoughts as an autistic person? Well, to be honest with you, I think Gregg Wallace is completely, until he gets convicted, also we have to say innocent until proven guilty, but I do have my hardy suspicions that he is trying to use autism as a get out clause. He is trying to use autism as a way to diminish his bad behaviour. He's alleged inappropriate sexual misconduct behaviour. I think he does need to be disciplined. He does need to be cautioned. He does need to be spoken to, because clearly he has offended, upset some women, some female cast members, some production company members who he has worked with in the 17 years that he has been on the MasterChef BBC TV show. And to be honest with you, I think he is getting what's coming to him. I think he has said some things that are possibly completely inappropriate. I think he has done some actions which are completely inappropriate, and I think now he knows he's suffering for it. He's lost his career, he's on the verge of probably losing everything else, and I think the UK media is so quick to jump on the bandwagon, but I do believe these accusations. I do believe situations have happened. I do believe he has done things like gone into studios naked. I do believe that he said things about his sex size, how good he is in the sexual nature, whatever. But I think it's disgusting, it's inappropriate, and to use autism as your get out clause is just completely disgraceful, because you're making all autistic people seem like sexual deviants, and we're not. So please like, comment, share, subscribe to this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.